running late to where I'm going. I'm headed to the Azure pickup. I should have left probably about 10 minutes ago or so, but I was late getting up, and I didn't mean to be late. I set an alarm, but you know how that goes sometimes. I'm headed back to the same place that we always go, to the abandoned gravel parking lot to pick up the groceries from this semi-truck that brings them. I left Ira with Corey. She's going to watch him this morning, and later today I actually have to go out again. I wish I could put it all in one trip and only have to go out one time, but these things are, one's at 9 and one's at 12:30, so they're pretty far apart. There's no way I could consolidate them, and that's okay. This is going to be a journey going to get the groceries from the abandoned parking lot where we went before, and we will definitely, when we, I'm saying we, it's just me, but when I get the groceries back, and Corey and I, our mom and dad, whoever's house I bring them to, I'm not sure yet, when we go through them, we're going to set them up and kind of do an Azure haul, show you what we got. It's been really rainy here lately, especially in the evenings. We've been getting thunderstorms, but the morning times there's kind of been these puffy clouds like this, and they'll dissipate and roll off, and then we're left with just this beautiful blue sky. And the morning times have been cool, but pretty much 10 o'clock and after, the heat gets in, and it is unbearable, as July is in the southern states. My uncle loves the heat. He said that he would move to Arizona. He would rather have kind of the heat, I guess, the summertime than the winter, which the winters don't seem to get as cold here as they used to. I left mom and dad in the garden. They were picking beans. They got up really early in efforts to beat the heat, and they had a lot of beans to pick. Before I left, Dad said they'd already picked one full bushel and they weren't done. I always feel like I'm giving a weather update. But I don't know, I think, you know, I've always found weather interesting, and I think it's neat to think about what the weather is doing somewhere else, because it could be bone dry and sunny and beautiful here, and it could be pouring the rain and storming somewhere else. And I feel like the weather is a big part of our lives because we spend so much of our lives outside. It's always like, okay, when is the heat coming? When is the rain coming? What are we going to schedule around the weather, especially in the summertime when we're gardening and pulling in a harvest and all of that stuff. And you know, this is just a side note. I'm just chit-chatting on the way to get groceries, but I feel like we've fallen out of touch with kind of the natural world and the weather. You know, there was a time where people, they lived or died by that because they lived outside, and it was really important to them. And there's still people who find it very pertinent and important to their lives. And I guess if you spend more time outside, or you want to spend more time outside, then I guess it affects you more. But it just seems to be something that's like always on my mind. I'm like always checking the weather. It's kind of an obsession thing. Like, what's the weather going to do today? How hot's it going to be? How cold's it going to be? Is there going to be storms? I got to know what to expect in the out of doors. No one asked me to comment on the road construction here, but all of that over there, you can see it's somewhat high. It's been built up. That used to be a teeny tiny holler, but there was definitely a low place there, and you can see where they've been working over here too. This literally was like below the road level, and they're building it up with filled dirt because they're going to do something with this road that I'm on. They're going to widen it or something. And I just feel like that's all that happens, you know. People want to take something and turn it into concrete and pavement and take away all the trees and develop the entire world. And I have to drive past here on my way to a few things to get, when I go to get a haircut, when we come to the Azure, a few other things we go this way for, and every time I see it, I'm like, man, I don't know, it makes me sad. It makes me long for a different time, probably a time I wasn't even a part of, because I'm like, the road is fine how it is. It works how it is. Do we really have to mow down more trees? Do we really have to widen everything? Do we have to just commercialize and develop everything? I don't know. I don't know that I have the answer to that. I'm not sure what would be considered fair, what would be considered not fair. I don't know. But I know, as someone who lives in the mountains and loves the mountains, it makes me sad to see more and more of them developed and turned into what I like to refer to as the concrete jungle. Thought this valley right here was really pretty that you kind of come down into. This area is known as Culberson, and this is where Granny grew up, in Culberson. To the right of the screen is the Highway 64 4-lane, and so her mama's house was on that side of it, but this is the Culberson area. This road that I'm on, this is Spur 60. This is the road that heads to Blue Ridge, Georgia, that is. There is the truck. Like I said, I'm running a little bit late. Oops. It's okay though. The Azure pickup is done, and oh my goodness, it is getting so hot out there. I'm like sweating now. No, Mom and Dad are picking beans at like 5 o'clock this morning. It wasn't that early, but it was pretty early. There's a big smudge on these. I'm gonna take care of that. Before I start the car and head off, I just want to say, oh my goodness, I met some of the sweetest people, the coolest people at the Azure pickup. Sometimes we see, like, we have regulars, you know, and I'm like, oh, I've seen them here before. Other times I see people that I've not really seen before, because anybody can join the drop. And I just had some really good conversations with some really nice people. And our truck driver for the drop is so nice. He's just so sweet and friendly, and does a great job trucking all our groceries all the way from Oregon. That's where Azure Standard, where their home base is. And of course, we're super thankful for Ashley, our drop coordinator, my friend Ashley, who puts all this together. So, wow, God is so good. It's been such a great day so far already. And I stayed for a little while talking. So I'm like, oh, I hope you're okay, Corey, babysitting Ira. It's not too late, but I'll go get him. And I just so enjoyed getting to meet all of my new friends that I've run into here. And it's interesting that it just so happens to be that a lot of the people who are interested in doing Azure pickup, they're also interested in some of the other things that I find myself being kind of interested in. Growing your own food and sourcing more, what would you say, natural, clean food. And it's just so fun to meet other people who may have other ideas or other information that I don't have, and can share things with me that are helpful, and hopefully I have an opportunity to share with them too. But anyway, we will get back on the road. I got to go home, and I got to work on unpacking this stuff so you guys can see what we got. Man, look at those mountains way out there. They sure are pretty. We are so blessed to live where we live. This is God's country in my eyes. We are back. I'm back, but y'all are back with me. Katie said, I think the phone is out there on the hood of my car. And it was. So I come out to get it. We want to show y'all what we got from Azure this time. And then we got to get it in the refrigerator because it's already getting a little bit too warm. We are ready to go over the haul. We can show you what I got, what Corey got. I actually picked up a box for my cousin Rachel. And we better get to it.
Yeah, but first, some crackers, because I think Ira wants some.
So these, I love these. These are the Einkorn sourdough crackers. These are great.
They're tasty,
I love them.
too.
They're tasty. I'll just take those and see if we can give some to Ira.
It looks like you got some turkey.
Yeah, I got that for Ira too. Just thinking I might be able to make something with it that he would like. Very
He's
excited.
very
about
excited.
that.
He likes
I
the
got the
crackers.
almond milk because I'm trying to do like goat milk right now and not do so much dairy with Ira since his eczema's really bad. And for recipes that call for milk, I was thinking I could just do almond milk and not use all our goat milk since I just let him drink that. That is ice cream.
It's good too.
Oh, it's delicious. That's cookies. I think that's chocolate chip this time. I got that instead of the oatmeal raisin. The last sleeve of frozen cookie dough I got was really good. We all liked it.
I think I got some of these crackers too. Looks like you got some pasta, some cookies.
More
we got
cookies.
some more crackers.
Well, that's the Nature's.
Man, I should have got some of
cornflakes.
that.
Thank you.
That
I have
stuff's
some of mine.
delicious.
And the parchment paper laying there.
Oh yeah,
I got it.
that's nice.
And then we have a whole stack of cheese.
Me and Katie both got cheese.
I got some goat cheese for Ira.
That looks good.
I'm really excited to try that.
This has been probably my favorite cheese that we've got, that I've ever had. Honestly, the raw cheese. So
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
I get some blocks of that, and it'll take us a couple months or weeks to go through it.
I love that stuff. It's good.
Nice.
And then
What do
in
we
the
got
box,
here? Oh, that's cool. Some metal. What you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna make up something for allergies with that.
That's what I was gonna say. It's really good for
Yep.
allergies.
Cause I've been having them. Ira's got them. That's some minced garlic.
Nice.
I'm excited to use maybe in some recipes. And then I got, I think that's your salt. Did you
I
get
think
salt?
so. Yep.
I got a lot of pears because I love them. Ira loves them. So
Pears are
I went a
delicious.
little strong on pears.
Oh, pancake mix.
I love the pancake mix. I think it's really good.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, I got a thing of peanut butter just to see if I
Their
would,
peanut butter's good. I forgot some of that.
if I would eat it. Have some ideas for it.
And then
Last but not least, what is this? I don't even know.
pinto beans.
Beans. Did you get those?
I've been slowly getting some of these dried beans because I'm gonna can them. Mom and Dad have some beans to can, and so I'm hoping maybe we could just all on the same day get together and have a canning party and can some beans.
Yeah.
So, kind of a smaller reserve haul for us, but just kind of depends. Sometimes we get a lot, sometimes we don't. But I feel like for me and you, correct me if I'm wrong, Katie, I feel like we kind of source our groceries from multiple places.
I do.
So we have some of the local grocery stores here that we shop from. We shop from Azure, Thrive Market, Vitacost.
And the farmer's market, there's a lady that
Yeah,
has
the farmer's
fruits and
market.
vegetables, and our neighbor down here has fruits and vegetables
Yeah.
in season. So
So we're kind of from a different, variety of places. I wish there was somewhere here where we could get this cheese in store, but...
I know, man.
And then sometimes when we visit Austin's parents, if I get a chance, I'll go to Costco or Sprouts down there. So kind of a variety of places.
We have the cattle farm next to us, and
Yeah,
then
we have the
know
farm.
somebody with fresh milk, so we kind of just gotta get what you can get wherever you can get it. And you'd be surprised if you tap into your community, you may find some hidden resources.
That's the best place, of course, getting as local as you can.
It is several hours later. This morning we got all of our Azure order unpacked. Well, we unpacked Corey's at her house. I came back up here with Ira, put him down for a nap. I unpacked mine. Then I got in my truck and went to the farmer's market that I go to every Wednesday. And I also run down to the gas station to fill up my gas tank. And I came back and I've done all sorts of stuff since then. One thing that I did, of course, I ate lunch. And Ira ate a little bit of lunch, but he's hungry again. So I'm feeding him a little bit of a snack. I bought a little pool for the boys to play in. I've had it for a couple weeks and we've just not set it up, but we set it up this evening and put them out in it in the edge of the yard under the shade. And I think they really liked it. Ira loves the water, so he was really happy to sit and play in the water. Woody kept trying to lean over the pool and pull up grass. It's okay. I mean, he just wanted to play with the grass, so we got him out and let him play in the grass for a little bit. I need to take my truck back down the hill. When I come back from the farmer's market, I had some stuff to bring, and I had to check the mail, and I didn't want to carry it all up the hill, so I drove my truck back up here. And I need to take it back down to Granny's where I've been parking it to keep it out of the way. And a really nice viewer sent me a dash cover for my truck. I'm going to take it back down there here in a little bit and place the dash cover in it. I'm excited about that because that's really one of the main reasons that I put the sun guard up in the window is to protect the dash. So maybe now I won't have to worry about that. I can just put the dash cover up. So thank you so much for sending that to me. We're finishing up snack time before I do go back down the hill with my truck. And we tried some of this. It's pretty good. I cut the corner out. Sometimes I don't cut the plastic. I just cut a piece off and then start peeling the plastic. This is actually really good. This is a smoked goat cheddar. And it's really smoky, like very smoky. But it's still pretty good. I like it. Ira likes it. And I really like that Sierra Nevada brand. They do some really good stuff. Also, because it's been so hot out there, I'm having a little bit of raspberry water. I just put a couple ice cubes in there and then cut up some raspberries. And it's really nice. It flavors the water quite well, I should say. One of my favorite things that I got on the Azure order was the einkorn noodles. These are what I call corkscrew noodles. And there's a really good recipe for broccoli mac and cheese on the back. It looks delicious. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm hoping to try that soon. These are fun to have on hand because there's a lot of interesting things you can do with these. I did a pasta salad with this several days ago, maybe even a week ago, and it was really good. Also got my favorite pancake mix. This is a buttermilk pancake mix. I got this from them a few times ago, tried it out, and really enjoyed it. It tastes great, and it has good ingredients. I feel good about the ingredients that are in it, and the instructions are really easy. This is a good one to get if you've not tried it. You ever have those days where you're just trying to do something, but you just can't do like anything right, and everything you're trying to do backfires? And I don't know, it's been one of those days for me. I feel like every time I turn around, I'm accidentally dropping something on my foot. I dropped a can of pears on my hand earlier, trying to put them in the cupboard, and it's just like, dude, I don't know, man. It's kind of been like one of those days, and it makes me feel like I just get angrier as the day goes on. I just get frustrated, but that's okay. I was hoping that I left my truck keys in my truck earlier because I was looking on the table. We keep a little dish with the keys in it, and I couldn't find the other set of keys in there, so I'm like really hoping they're in here. They are not in here. Yeah, I'll leave you guys here, and I'm gonna go hunt them. I did find the keys. I must have just taken them out. A lot of the times I don't get the, like if I know I'm gonna move the truck, like I wouldn't get the keys out and put them somewhere, but I must have that time. I'll take it back down there, and then I'm gonna fit my new dash cover on here. Alright, let's figure out how this thing goes on there. I think maybe like, no, I gotta do it the other way because these are meant for the vent holes, I think. Alright, well that worked pretty good. Everything is pretty well covered. That's very nice. I have to thank you, I have to say thank you again to my friend who sent this to me. Okay, now I'm gonna walk back home, and that'll probably just about do it for this video. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this could be a short video, but that's okay. Some of them are longer than others, and sometimes we've kind of just got a game plan in mind, something that we've got to do. So we're kind of just going from point A to point B and getting it done. I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along. You enjoyed the Azure haul. I like the goat cheese. I really like the Sierra Nevada cheese in general. The Jovial brand, anything that they have, I enjoy. I like that ice cream that I got. I think that's called Strauss ice cream. I'm not sure. But I know that if you've not ordered from Azure before, you would probably really like it. How you find out if there's a drop in your area is you just go on to Azure's website. You type in, let's see. I guess you could do it at like checkout. So like if you just were gonna like add something to your cart just to see if they had a drop in your area, type in whatever area you have, whatever area code you're in at checkout, and then it'll pull up the closest drop to you. And that's a way to find out, like, hey, if you live in Seattle, if you live in Georgia, wherever you're at, if there's one close to you, then you can get in touch with that drop coordinator and place an order and just go pick it up at that drop. And that way you have access to all sorts of really good food that you wouldn't have access to otherwise, probably. Depends on what's in your community. So without further ado, I'm going to wrap up this video here and Go get a little bit of supper. God bless you. God keep you. And we will certainly catch you at the next one.